Victor, this is Carolina Teague with the Las Vegas Sports Network, and it's perfect. In the final moments of the game, De'Aaron goes for the layup against OG instead of dribbling the clock out. I wanted to get your thoughts on that particular possession.
I fell on the floor. I couldn't really see. I don't know. I just saw the block.
First row on the right, Tom.
On OG's tip-in, Victor, was there a breakdown as far as blocking out, or was it just simply a great play by him?
I don't know. I didn't see it again. I was contesting the first shot, turned around and saw him up there. So that's all I can tell you.
Fourth row on the right, Jared.
Jared Weiss, The Athletic. Can you just explain how that thing fell apart in the fourth quarter?
I think it began before that.
Third row on the left.
Can't really explain it right now. I don't know. I think it's just, execution, greediness, some sort. We clearly weren't the most hungry in the second half.
Victor, obviously this is very painful. What's going through your mind right now?
What's going through my mind right now, I think it's going to go one of two ways. One of two ways. And a bad one and a good one. And I know the bad one would be giving up. The good one would be getting stronger through this, getting more together. And I know this is what we're going to do.
Last row, Mark.
Victor, Mark Spears, ESPN's Landscape. Can you just talk about the emotions in the locker room afterwards and just what was going through your mind as you walked off the floor?
I don't know about the emotions, but it was painful, of course. It feels like we work too hard and give up our leads, just as simple as that. It just hurts.
Second row, Mike.
Victor, you had two really quick trips to the bench in the first half, and it looked like you weren't as strong at the end of the game as you were at the beginning. Did you wear down a little bit? What did you think of the substitution patterns as well?
Substitution patterns, I don't know. It's not really my expertise, but yeah, I guess I did.
Second row in the middle.
Victor, en français, Samy Sadik pour l'équipe. Vous aviez réussi à vous relever de la fin de match cruel du match 2. Comment se relever de ce match 4? Qu'est-ce que tu anticipes dans les prochains jours? Qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire pour digérer au plus vite cette défaite?
Je pense qu'il n'y a pas de mode d'emploi. Je ne sais pas s'il faut la digérer. Je pense qu'il faut ressentir la douleur, le dégoût. Et je pense que ça s'apprend pas en fait. Soit on a ce qu'il faut, soit on l'a pas.
Third row.
Steve Wino, Associated Press. Victor, what was going through your mind on the two free throws and stepping away from the line after you missed those late?
Mine? What was going through my mind? Same thing as always. It's just a shot. You might work on your form hours and hours. At the end of the day, it's just a shot. So you need to shoot it the normal way.
Fourth row on the left.
Hey, Victor, Leandro Sarhan, Prime Video, Brazil. You guys had only 30 points in the second half after 76 in the first one. What did you think changed offensively for you guys in the second half?
Stop moving the ball. Stop executing.
First row in the middle.
Yeah, Victor, Matt Guzman, Spurs on SI. As is customary, the league's going to review the flagrant foul that you had on Karl Anthony Towns tomorrow. Assuming it holds, you'll only have one flagrant the rest of the series before one-game suspension. Is that going to change anything about your physicality? Understanding that if, even a little errant elbow, wrong place can knock you out for a game.
Of course, I'm going to be more. I'm going to be more careful, but it's not going to change much.
Victor, you said your team can now go one of two ways after a loss like that. How can you and your teammates pick the right path in which to now take Game 5?
Holding each other accountable, communicating, not pointing fingers. And after that, we either got it or we don't. But, we've proven that we can surpass these difficulties. And even though we haven't been there before, I'm convinced we're built this way. And we're going to use the better of this, and it's going to tighten us up.
Thank you, Victor.
Thank you.
All right, Victor Wembanyama there, composed but frustrated, and rightfully so. What really stood out to me there, he said that the breakdown started before the fourth. I agree.
Yes.
In the third quarter, you could see the change of pace totally. But moving forward, he said, holding each other accountable, not pointing fingers. We either have it or we don't. Truly, that's what it comes down to at this point. We know what's out on the floor. We know who's fighting. It really just comes down who wants it more.
Yeah, and I think that's been evident in 3 of the 4 games that we've watched. The Knicks have that X factor because the Spurs have been I hesitate to use the word in control, but they've been in control. They've had the lead for the majority of this finals.
Yeah.
But the Knicks, they keep battling back. They know what they have to do, and they're sounds cliche and trite, but they're digging deep. They're coming together. The things that Wemby says his team's going to be doing.
No question. And I think the ability to be able to come back, not just from the largest deficit in NBA Finals history, but also that late in a game when you're already gassed, you're exhausted, you're beat up, and to have the wherewithal to pull this out, no one more so than Jalen Brunson. I mean, the whole team for sure, but I think it starts with him because you can see when he's like, all right, we're locking in even more, and we got to switch this thing. And to be able to do that late in the third quarter into a fourth is wild to me.
Yeah, no, it's unbelievable. And I think whatever happens this series, it's going to be a great learning experience for the Spurs because they couldn't be playing a better opponent.
Right.
The Knicks excel in everything that a veteran team needs to do well.
Right.
And a lot of those things, the Spurs, it's been kind of their weakness throughout the series.
We give a lot of praise to Jalen Brunson, of course, but OG Anunoby, 33 points, and the game-winning tip-in off the Jalen Brunson missed 3. What can you say about how OG has really risen to the occasion to meet the moment in the finals?
It's been the entire playoff run.
Yeah.
The Knicks they've needed that third guy to step up.
Yep.
And OG has filled that role in spades on both sides of the floor. It's just been wonderful to see, especially because OG, he wasn't always known as an offensive player.
Yep, right.
He was kind of a Swiss Army knife, a defender. So to see him explode in some of these games from the offensive end of the floor, it's been such a delight.
9 points in the fourth quarter from Mr. Clutch, Jalen Brunson, who finishes this one with 36. What did you make of what was his best game of the series so far?
I thought he was superb, but look, the Knicks have been doing it as a team. And I think he does such a great job of getting his, when he's getting his team involved, but he's also getting his. And that's not necessarily something he had been doing in previous games. Fat Joe, I love Fat Joe.
I know you love
My apologies, yeah.
Okay, Taraji P. Henson was in the house too, period. It was a star-studded event,
It
for
really
sure.
was, yeah. Well, I think what disappointed me, the Spurs, and they've done this previously in the series, they shot so well in the first half of the game. I think they were something like 14, 15 for 22. But in the second half, they were 3 for 17. And this has been a pattern for them. I think in game 1, where they were up the majority of the game, they finished the second half, they shot 2 for 19. So the Spurs just need to be better about realizing, okay, we're uncommonly hot from 3 right now.
Right.
Might not go that way the rest of the way.
Correct.
We need to focus on getting easy buckets, especially in a game where you're up nearly 30 points. You just need to stick with the program, get some easy ones, some 1s, 2s. Don't try to force the 3. And I felt in that second half especially, they were forcing the 3.
Yeah, it's one thing when you're in rhythm and you're getting your shots off, but then it gets to a point where, like, now you're letting the foot off the gas with everything else, and we saw what happened. All right, we're going to take you back to the Mecca, a lot more from MSG and this insane Game 4 when we come back here on The Association.
Brunson gets it, fires up a 3. Shot no good, the tip, it's gone!